Hey everyone, it's Spencer here with Spencer's Stuff. Welcome to the community. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today, and I'm going to be playing games in the background as opposed to showing my face while talking about this console. I figured showing gameplay in the background would be a little bit more intriguing. But anyway, going into it, today we're going to be talking about the PS5 Pro. After having it for a week, playing several games on it, including No Man's Sky, Gran Turismo 7, the finals, which is being shown here in the background, and The Last of Us Part 2, I can definitely tell who this console is made for. I've seen more than enough comments about the PS5 Pro being an unnecessary console, and to some extent I agree. But just like the PS4 Pro had its intention to bring people into 4K and HDR, the PS5 Pro is for a specific crowd of gamers. But before I tell you who it's for, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell notification icon so you're informed of everything I upload in the future. Thank you all so much. We are in a time where TVs have moved beyond the 85-inch threshold. Companies like LG, Sony, Samsung, TCL, and Hisense are producing TVs in the 98-inch plus territory. Hisense is even going into the 110-inch category, and so is TCL. And these TVs are not ridiculously expensive at the 98-inch size, especially coming from those two brands. You may be asking yourself, well, what is this correlation with the PS5 Pro? And it's really simple. On the PS5 base, fidelity is not high enough, especially in performance modes. As you scale an image to a larger screen, it needs higher resolutions to remain crisp and detailed. In the case of the base PS5, performance modes are not sufficient to live up to this. 1080p, even 1440p, on a massive TV is not a high enough resolution. If you're sitting in the immersion zone or decently close to the TV, you'll notice this lack of sharpness or blurriness on the screen a bit more. I can easily confirm after playing the PS5 Pro that the PSSR is the real deal and provides stellar upscaling on larger screens. That blurriness and lack of sharpness from the base PS5 is basically solved, and that is a fantastic thing because as we see this get better and better, the PS6 should offer razor sharp fidelity. For games with the PS5 Pro patch, games like No Man's Sky, The Last of Us Part 2, you'll see fidelity that really isn't close compared to the base model. I can easily say though, if you're on a smaller screen, you're probably not going to see this increase in fidelity quite as much, although maybe you will pick up a little bit more sharpness. What about PS5 games which are not patched to the PS5 Pro? I can say performance in games has definitely improved, though they're not perfect. For me, the finals has had times where the game would hitch when large destruction elements were taking place, and although it is noticeably less of an issue compared to the PS5 base, it's still there. It's to be noted that the finals is a CPU heavy game though, so the performance benefit, while better, isn't necessarily going to see a huge performance boost. It is noticeable though as the game feels more stable, and as Digital Foundry had stated before, you should see about a 10% boost in performance from the base console when it comes to the CPU. Gran Turismo is also a game that I tested that did not have a patch out yet, although it is expecting one in the future. As of now, the Pro stabilizes the game even further and it runs extremely well. The heavy rain and night races are far more stable than before, and I don't notice any drops in frame rate. In the case of Gran Turismo 7, I'll be excited to see if there's a PSVR 2 benefit. While I haven't had a chance to sit down and play it yet, the game ran at 60 FPS interpolated to 120 FPS in PSVR 2, and I assume the Pro is going to increase the performance, although I'm still waiting on the patch. As we get the patch, I'm hoping that we're going to see 120 FPS gameplay out of the VR headset, although I'm not necessarily holding my breath. I'll be sure in the next video when I cover the PS5 Pro to get some gaming time in on Gran Turismo 7 so that I can give you all a more clear and understanding image as to what Gran Turismo is offering. All in all, is the PS5 Pro a good purchase for you as a base PS5 owner? I can say if you're playing on a screen above, say about 65 inches, you should see a visual benefit for sure. On larger format TVs, you will definitely see the improvement in fidelity, and on top of that, performance is improved. However, this product is not a necessity, and it is to be noted it is considered a mid-gen refresh. On a smaller screen, you may not see the visual benefits. The small frame rate boost is nice, but I cannot recommend this console for small screen players. You can still experience the same thing on a regular PS5, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think Sony putting this out for specific consumers is a great thing and provides people an avenue into a premium gaming experience without completely breaking the bank. $700 is a steep price to pay for many, but I know people, like myself, have sold their original PlayStation 5s to make up for some of the cost. If this is anything like the PS4 Pro, toward the end of the PS4 lifecycle, we started getting games that looked and played sensationally on the Pro model. As games continue to come out on the PS5 Pro, and as the PS5 Pro is in mind, I believe this console will be more and more worth looking at. At the end of the day, it's up to you and what you want, and there is no shame in wanting a more powerful console to play games on. Don't let anyone on social media tell you otherwise. I still think this is a great purchase for if you are a hardcore gamer. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please have a great day, great evening, whatever it might be in your area, and I hope you have a good one. Thank you all for watching. Very nice. Heal him if you can. Yeah, good game, guys. Great job. That was fun.